Hello, and welcome to this mid-morning taste challenge. We have two Canadian blended whiskeys. This is the older brand, Harwood. Says bottled in Kentucky by Duncan Harwood. Well, look, Duncan Harwood went out of business around 1952. It was a real distilling company. They had a real distillery in Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada, but that whole thing came crashing down with actually a criminal conviction for tax evasion and a whole bunch of other stuff. So anyway, it got revitalized in 1969 by Seagram's, the Seagram's company, and then they sold it off to Heaven Hill 30 years later, 1989, and Heaven Hill has it today. So the distillery's gone, the company's gone, but the name continues. The recipe of some sort continues because it used to be 90.4 proof. I looked at the old advertisements from the 1940s. It was 90.4 proof. So 45.2% alcohol, but now it's just a regular 80 proof. Okay. Nice label though. It's got the duck, the pen and ink drawing of the duck, that pale red maple leaf. So it's a nice label, nothing loud, no stupid funny animals on the label, nothing about the devil. That's usually craft beer that does that, not whiskey, but it's just, it looks respectable. It is a plastic bottle. Okay, I did not see the glass. I think I saw the glass later after I bought this, but I wasn't going to repurchase it. Okay, now we're going up. It's going to be a bit of a mismatch. We're going up against Crown Royal Special Reserve, now called Crown Royal Reserve. It's in this nice suede bag. I paid $44.99, but then I find out Total Wine still has it for $39.99. $39. I could have saved $5 going to Total Wine, but I didn't do that. But I bought it at Walmart. It's got its own special glass, molded glass bottle. Crown Royal. Hold on a second. It's getting too warm in here. This heater is, it's freezing cold outside, but it's too warm in here. All right. Introduced in 1991. I did find the trademark data on that. 1991, Crown Royal Special Reserve, now labeled as Crown Royal Reserve. No age statement. There's the crown for King Charles III, King of Canada, England, Jamaica, Australia, the Cook Islands, Ascension Island, Gibraltar, etc. Okay, each barrel of Crown Royal has a unique character. I handpick and nurture the best barrels to create Crown Royal Reserve, says Andrew Markey. Must be their blend master. Funny thing about it's a clear bottle. This fine whiskey is my gift of appreciation. Try this again. This fine whiskey is my gift of appreciation to all Crown Royal enthusiasts. Product of Canada. It's got its own embossed thing, CR Crown Royal. Funny thing about it, they still have the old name on the crown, on their bottle cap. It says Crown Royal Special Reserve. So the bottle cap still shows Crown Royal Special Reserve. So, but technically they dropped the special and just call it reserve. So yeah, I guess they had a bunch of these caps left over and they weren't going to waste them. Maybe that's why Diageo is successful. They don't waste stuff. They're thrifty. I can't see that Harwood has a chance. I paid $14.99 for Harwood. $14.99. I can't see how it could survive the challenge. This is a heavy plastic twist cap. It's heavy. That should be enough. I may need a little more, but that should be enough. And this is not part of their signature series. I've already done the signature series. I did Crown Royal Black, and I did the Bourbon Mash Blenders Mash. That's retired, but it was part of the signature series, or as they call it, the Blender series, which never was a series. It was one product. And let's see here. Now we're on to the Master series, called the Master series. More hi hat. Oh yeah, the Northern Harvest Rye, but that's a rye whiskey. I don't include that in these blended. It's blended rye, but most ryes are. But yeah, yeah. We'll bring that in when we get back to rye. Why ask why? Just drink rye. Okay, so Harwood, introduced in the 1930s, apparently could never find a good trademark information. I know the reformulation of it, the new Harwood, not Harwoods, in 1969 they came out with Harwood, lower proof. The old 1940s version was 90.4 proof. But what happened was the company went out of business. Seagram's uh, got control of the trademark, and they returned it to the market in 1969 as Harwood, because it's not made by Harwood anymore, so it's not Harwoods apostrophe. It's just Harwood, made by Seagram's. Then in 1989, 30 years later, they sold it to Heaven Hill, who makes it today. Still makes it. I bought this, like I told you, at Dorgnac's Food Center, Dorgnac's Food Center in Metairie, Louisiana, $14.99. $14.99. It's a lot better than what you would expect for $14.99. $14.99, you think it'd be the worst, but no, it's not. There's the Crown Royal Reserve slash Special Reserve. Okay, appearance. Oh, yeah, that's enough. The Crown Royal Reserve slash Special Reserve is copper. Like I said, no age statement, so I don't know how long. I don't know what the youngest whiskey is in this. I doubt it's 3 years, probably like 10, 12, 13 years. But they don't say, because it might change over time. They don't want to say. They don't say. Here's 3 years. Doesn't look like they got coloring in it. Look how pale that is. It's almost not even gold. It's like straw. See that? I don't think they're adding coloring. I don't know for sure. I don't think they are. So I got to close my eyes, because if I glance and see the darker one, I'm going to know it's the Reserve. So Reserve and Harwood. Get this camera to focus. Camera gets a little confused. Still confused. Wish the sun would come out completely out around here. Actually, I don't wish it would, because then it won't get as cold tonight. But it would warm it up today. It's still a little bit too cold right now. Very cold. Got tags below the glasses, so I can tell which is which after I'm finished. I checked the tags before I poured. Okay. Sweet grain, fermented grains. You got that yeast thing going. Fermented grains, yeah, like a bagel. Fermented grain. I don't know. It's just something about it. It's like makes me think of a bagel, sourdough bagel. Do they use the sourdough method? Sourdough, hi, you like that? Do they use the sour mash method in Canada? They might, but I never hear them talking about it. But they might do sour mash whiskey. They just don't bring it up. Nice, 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 nice. Now I'm going to quote the price that you can buy it for. So $39.99, although I paid $5 more, but I didn't know. $39.99. I'm sorry, $14.99, $39.99. Big price difference. And remember, it's bigger than that because you're getting a whole 1,750 milliliters here, and you're only getting 750 there. So it's actually bigger. It's a bigger difference than the price I'm telling you. That's got to be the reserve. That's much richer in the aroma. Well, let's go with the taste. So the question is, Crown Royal Reserve worth the extra money over the Duncan Harwood? I doubt it's really worth the extra money. I mean, $25. And like I said, it's really more than that because of the volume of the bottle. Uh, that can't be the Harwood. Can't be. Now, if you look online at auctions where they auctioning off old bottles of Harwoods from the 1940s and 50s, unopened bottles, the 90.4 proof, you wouldn't want to see the price though. 75-year-old bottles, unopened. Hmm, that's a little too rich to be Harwood, I think. All right, honey, oak, not charred oak, but oak, a lot of whiskey saturated oak, a little vanilla, honeysuckle nectar. It's not that different from bourbon. You might say, oh, Canadian whiskey is way different than bourbon. Is it really though? Because bourbon's mostly corn. Canadian whiskey is mostly corn, unless it's a rye, 100% rye type of situation. Bourbon's aged in oak. Canadian whiskey's aged in oak. Bourbon's got like rye, wheat, and malt whiskey added sometimes in different variations, levels, ratios. Same thing over here in Canada. Um, you say, yeah, but Canadian whiskey you can add flavoring and color. Bourbon you can't. Okay, you got me there. But anyway, that's straight bourbon. You can find bourbons with flavoring though. They're not straight though. But yeah, but they are more similar than different. I mean, let's be honest. If it's mostly corn and it's aged in oak, I mean, they taste kind of like bourbon. Not exactly, not identical. Not saying that. Not not totally alike, and nothing like that. But just in the same general area, same general area, but not in the same specific area. Okay, this is the reserve. I'm calling it. Oh man. Oh wait, I set it down over here and I picked it back up. I can't go with that. I gotta read. I set it down in the wrong spot, so I gotta cut myself some slack. Picked up the wrong thing. I mean, I'm not going to cheat on these challenges, but I'm also not going to penalize myself if I grab the wrong glass. I'm not doing that. I'll reshoot the whole video. Okay, start over. I mean, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I can live with that. But I'm not going to be wrong because I picked up the wrong glass because I was talking about the product and set it down. I don't know why I didn't set it down over here. Should be using two hands. I'm using my other hand to rest my leg on. I'm just like as a prop, propping my body up. That's got to be the Harwood over here. It's just too bland. It's just basic. It's good. No knock against it. It's just kind of bland. It's just like 14.99. Yeah, but nothing off or weird about it. Just basic. Basic. Okay, basic. Let's go over here. Oh yeah. There's a lot more going on, like with the wood, aging, the development of it, the depth of it. Now, on the other hand, I'm gonna say this right now. On the other hand, I'm not paying. I'm not gonna pay the extra 39. I'm not paying 39.99 for that when I can buy that for 14.99. You say, oh, but it's better. It's a better price. Yeah, it's better. Okay, it's better. Let's call it reserve. Sorry about the screw up, but like I said, I was talking, I set it down over here, and then I was going, then I picked it up, and I was like, no way. All right, big mistake. Sorry. You say you're disqualified, just like in a swim team. You're on a swim team. Well, we're not. This is not a swim team match. Okay, but yeah, I mean, I get that, but yeah, okay. Because I mean, I knew as soon as I tasted it, like, ain't no way. There's no way. I'll do a second pour, just a little bit. I'm trying to save this stuff. Ooh, the ice might be melting. Oh yeah, this is great news, but bad news for tonight. Louisiana is too cold for me. Y'all might think Louisiana's warm. I'm saying it's not warm. It's too cold for me. I'd rather live in Miami, but Miami's too far away from everything. Unless you're trying to go to the Turks and Caicos Islands or Jamaica or something, or the Bahamas, then it's not far. Okay. Where's my cap though? Where's that cap? Man, rolling way over there. Can't believe that thing. It's not even round. It's like oblong, and it rolled way over there. All right, so final assessment, and oh, we got one more coming up. Like a flower. Da-da-da-da-da. When was that? When was that EXO introduced? I think in 2013, something. 11 years. I'm gonna try to look it up though. But after we finish with Crown Road, we're gonna do the long march through Sazerac. That's gonna take forever. I got so many Sazerac whiskeys. It's crazy. Yeah, it's like a lot of corn sweetness and vanilla. Yeah, vanilla. Oak, but uncharred. You understand? Uncharred oak, just the wood flavor, not the char. The charcoal flavor. No, it's nice. It's actually a lot better than I thought it was going to be. I thought 14.99. This thing could be a fiasco. But then I started tasting it, and I said, "Oh, no, this is a hidden gem. It's a diamond in the rough." I can make a career out of those big bottle, well, and regular size bottle Canadian whiskeys from Albertsons and Dorgnac's. If I only went to Albertsons and I only went to Dorgnac's, I don't think I'd ever run out because they got a plethora of Canadian blended whiskeys, and I've never tried these things. I see them. Some are aged like 8 years. They got like the special reserve version, 8 years, and another one's 3 years. And I said, oh, how would I ever keep up? And I can't. I know I can't. So I'm not going to try. I got a backstock of Canadian whiskey right now, a good backstock, and I'm not going to be in some great rush. I'm just going to work through it, take my time, see what happens. Is anything great going to happen? I doubt that. Anything terrible? No. It'll just be kind of like monotonous in a way. You know what I'm saying? So you say, "Oh, I'm not watching all of those videos." I wouldn't take offense to it. But I mean, I like to do the exploration and the detailed extrapolation of it. But I'm gonna read the comments in a second. Let's see. Oh yeah, that was a faux pas earlier, or whatever you call that, a mistake. Yeah. So the Crown Royal Reserve is clearly better. It's a better product than the Harwood, and it had well better be. But to be fair, like I said, the Harwood is no joke. Don't laugh it off, especially if you never had it. I like how some people they be dogging a beer, talking about that beer is trash. I'm like, you ever had it? Oh well, no, I never had it, but my uncle told me. Oh yeah, you never had it, but your uncle told you in 1973 that it was bad. Okay. Um, let's see comments. Jean Pierre says, "Good day, Mister T. On 4 cups of Joe." Oh, hello, Jean Pierre. One, two, three, 4 cups of coffee. I had 3 today. I had 4 yesterday. No, I had 5 cups of coffee yesterday. So that's good. Herbie says hi. He's in India. Mr. R says morning. Tommy Carroll says cheers, Louisiana Liquor Reviews. If you have the opportunity to live anywhere else in the North, then South Louisiana, where would you choose? Oh, like I said, Miami. Around Miami, Homestead, Florida City, because it's never cold down there. It's just too far away from everything else. But yeah, I would live down there. Key West, I could, but Key West so isolated. You could be bored to death after a while. It's so small, 4 miles long. But you know what I'm saying? Like I like warm weather. A lot of places in Key West don't have air conditioning. No air conditioning. I went to the church, the cathedral, no air conditioning. Why is that? There's breeze all day long. Like they just have those louvered windows, and they crank them open, and it'd be wind coming through all day. It might be 80 something degrees, but you don't feel hot because it's just wind coming through all day. Never gets, no still air in Key West. So I might get on your nerves after a while. But oh yeah, that would be great. Key West, uh, or one of those other little keys, Deer Key, Marathon, uh, like I say, Florida City, Homestead, Miami, that kind of area. But I'm never gonna go there. But I say I would because I can't stand the cold. Foreign Canadian whiskeys are flooding the American markets because domestic prices are rising. True or false? Says enjoy the decline. Oh, you got me there. I don't know. I really do not know. I know they're flooding the market. They're everywhere. But you say why? I don't know. You could do some research. You could do the research, and you could get back to us and say, look, I did some research. Here's some articles showing why is Canadian whiskey so prominent in America, and then in Canada, half the brands the people in Canada never even heard of. Like Buchanan's whiskey. I had somebody from Scotland tell me I never heard of Buchanan's, and I live in Scotland. I said Buchanan's like one of the top whiskeys in the Americas, Latin America, Louisiana. No. So can't explain it. But then Canadian people told me I never heard of Buchanan's. So it's a strange thing, isn't it? All right, we all take care. And so Harwood, we're going to keep going. It's doing okay. It's doing okay. It's doing okay. It's doing okay. It's not winning necessarily, but it's kind of some mismatches. But it's doing all right. It is doing all right. So buy it if you see it. I think you'll like it.